Good morning, trading world. It is January 14, 2022, 8:28 a.m., and this is my pre-market outlook and technical analysis for day trading the SPY. The title for today's outlook is Beware of Financial Earnings. Beware of faulty bank earnings. Over the last year or so, the banks were held to a new standard. They had to hold a higher amount of cash reserves, called its reserve ratio. Now that their reserve ratio has been lowered, big banks are including these reserves that they had saved up and releasing them into their earnings as if it was income. By doing this, they heavily inflate their earnings. By making the numbers look so inflated, there are people who will see through this. And this will begin the deflation of the high stock prices in the financial sector. Not saying that it will continue, but this is going to give us a nice pullback in the financials. On Monday, I spoke about the preview of how a tantrum in financials along with the continued deflation of tech will cause a drop in the market. Well, guess what? Earnings have started for the financials, and JP Morgan heavily beat their expected earnings, so did BlackRock, and we're still going down. All right, on to the key levels to watch for today, starting with the resistance. Jack resistance is going to be 464 through 465. Queen resistance is going to be 466 through 467. And King resistance is going to be 468 through 470. Support. Jack support is going to start at 462 through 460. Queen support is going to be 458 through 456. And King support is going to be 451 through 450. Battlegrounds will be 462 to go lower and 467 to go higher. Somehow, for some reason, I'm feeling a little off this morning. I don't know whether it's me, the numbers, but I'm feeling just a tad bit off. So watch indicators very closely. Coming into the day, the two most probable outcomes for today would be one, a downtrend day type structure. On the downtrend, we open gap down from yesterday's close, and we begin a kind of half-hearted rally back towards that close of yesterday. Yesterday's close was 464.53, which is going to put us right about somewhere about this area. So on a downtrend scenario, you're going to watch for a move back toward that previous close, maybe a little bit of chop, and then we'll enter into our trend day down. If we hit a trend day down, you'll see a nice expansive range down, maybe toward the queen support. It could even possibly get even uglier, and we could see a push towards the king's support. And if it is a downtrend day, we're going to see midday chop at one of these levels. If we find support at the queen level, we'll find that support. We'll get a head fake back up to start the second half of the day, and then a continued or resume of the downtrend. That is the down or trend day down structure. All right. Now, it is also possible that we get an expansive range day. And if we're looking for an expansive range day, look for a flattening out around support here. And if we get that flattening out of support, we should get a takeoff toward a resistance level. And once we get to that resistance level, this is a decision area. If we get through the 65 level, then we're going to continue up to the 67, possibly 68 level. If not, we're going to go back and retest support and maybe fall through the next level of support. And then we'll probably get a burst back up. Now, it's going to be really important on how we close today off. It will tell us a lot about what's going on and where we are. It's very clear to me where we are as far as starting and maybe pushing towards a downtrend. However, the weekly chart is still out there, and it is just now starting to roll over for downward momentum. However, we're still above the zero line on the MACD on the weekly, so there is a chance that we could still come back and have a rally above all of this at a later date. So I want to watch how we close. If we jump too far too fast up above 470, there's definitely a key for me to put on more bearish positions. But if we close going into, we fall off going into the close, it's definitely going to be a sign for me to continue and hold on to some of the bearish positions that I have on. So that's going to be the key part of what I'll be looking for today. That's pretty much it. As always, know and define your risk, and profit will come. Wishing you a successful trading day. Have a great one.